This is Calcat the Calcatster, and this is a review of the Orville episode 9, Cupid's Dagger. Very funny episode. Very silly Trek, Star Trek locations like. Again. Very funny. The blue guy from the pilot, who the Mercer's wife had sex with, he comes onto the ship and he's in heat. And the joke is that his pheromones are doing the Luxana Troy thing, and they're making the crew horny. So it's sort of the Luxana Troy episode from TNG crossed with The Naked Now and The Naked Time. So we have like the crew acting horny, done in a silly Trek way, PL way. So it's basically a slash fiction story, basically a slash fiction premise. Yeah, sure, that worked. And and there's a diplomatic row going on. There's these two factions who are fighting, and they have a conference going on, very similar to several TNG episodes. So it's basically an arbitration. It's the Arbiter. It's a Voyager episode from that Cat that I wrote. So yes, cross with another story of that. No, I didn't write this episode really, but it does seem a lot like the Arbiter, except for the sex. That wasn't in the Arbiter. Now, but this episode was, I didn't write any Orville episodes, but that would be cool. But yeah, so, but it does seem a lot like stuff that I would have written. It was a fun episode. The alien makeup was kind of interesting. One of the races looked like it had ballast stuck around its face, like a ballast, or the Minbari with the bones on the head. Some Babylon 5 kind of thing. They had, and they went there. They did go there, so spoilers. They do go there with the captain becoming smitten for the ex-lover of the wife and wanting to be with him. Maybe they watched the Blair Witch Parody 3 and decided to do the Calcat ending. That would be funny. However, in that was faked, and I wasn't actually in bed with anyone. That was completely faked, and it was me, and then I split screened with a video camera and did me again, a separate scene, and then grafted all the scenes together to make it look like, yeah. Anyway, it was fake. But in the movie, they actually went there and they showed not only the doctor getting it on with the green Jello mold guy, but surprisingly not the two, not Vortis, but he wasn't involved, or the robot. Or the black guy, or the white guy. The helmsman or navigator weren't in it. No, it was just the captain and the first officer, and not the tough chick either. Yeah, the captain and first officer and the green and the blue guy, the bullion looking dude. Yeah, they go there. They do it. They totally did a Silly Trek episode. I was impressed with this Silly Trek episode. It was just right around the silliness. Mark's Cards and I were discussing earlier this evening. TV shows that were too homophobic for their own good. But this story, now in the 21st century, this episode, although he did not see it yet, I did. I just watched it. Yeah, this is how you would do that kind of thing. You would just have them want to hook up. And they'd be a little puzzled at what they were doing, but it's supposedly the 25th century in the show, and it's not like anyone would care. Just be like, oh yeah, you hooked up with him, and oh no, the pheromones, they made you horny. Yeah, and oh well, whatever. Yes. So yeah, perfectly acceptable episode. It's called Cupid's Dagger, episode 9. Sure. Yeah. I could go into long details, but it's really not much to it other than it's a Naked Now ripoff. And no, it's not like the Arbiter. It'd be like if they read the other spec script from Voyager and they're just like, oh, let's just make fun of it. Like, yeah. What if somebody from Trek Core wrote this one? I don't know. Maybe. I didn't look. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of goofy, but then again, yeah, you know, it's silly Trek basically. Yeah, it's called the Orville though. Ours is called Starship Locations. Theirs is called the Orville. And there you go. That's my review.